Good morning, teacher and fellow classmates. I am Jason Chow from Group B number 2. Mayu is our group leader. Other members are Constantine Man and Oscar and our teacher is Steve. The topic we are going to do is to investigate the impact of using WhatsApp on interpersonal relationships. Let's start with the aim. With the increasing popularity of WhatsApp as a mode of communication, it is much more convenient for WhatsApp users to communicate with each other. Therefore, we aim to investigate whether there are improvements on interpersonal relationships. Our target group is the secondary school students and use WhatsApp in our school. The methodology we use is as follows. First, because it is ambiguous to tell what interpersonal relationship is, we define the term and write the questionnaire. Secondly, we conduct the survey at our school. Thirdly, we analyze the data collected and come up with the findings and conclusions.
We define the term interpersonal relationship, adopted from Wikipedia. We come up with the following 3 areas. First, it is communication and interaction with each other. Second, it is relational self. The third one is social exchange. According to definition 1 of communication and interaction, we ask the student the mode of communication they use, such as text message, voicemail, phone calls, send video clips. Also, the reasons for using WhatsApp, to communicate and the time spending on using WhatsApp. Lastly, the WhatsApp is a platform for communication and interaction. According to definition 2 on relational self, you ask if there are improvements on interpersonal relationship and more extreme fields or ideas. Lastly, the numbers of WhatsApp groups data. According to definition 3 on social exchange, we look at the news sent by WhatsApp and their involvement. For the negative impact on interpersonal relationship, we ask the following questions. We ask them if there is any misunderstanding, conflict, and argument, and emotional instability due to using WhatsApp. More importantly, are there any drop in face-to-face interaction? Here is the questionnaire. We have interviewed 30 boys and 30 girls who are using WhatsApp.
Let's move to look at the findings of our survey. First, we look at the most popular mode of communication. Text message is the most common mode of communication for students using WhatsApp. Secondly, the time they spend on using WhatsApp, girls spend more time than boys on using WhatsApp. Overall, most of the students spend 30 minutes to 1 hour or even more on using WhatsApp. Whom do the responders contact with using WhatsApp? Most of the students use WhatsApp to communicate with friends whom they often meet or not. What are the reasons of using WhatsApp to communicate? The major reasons for students using WhatsApp are convenient and free of charge. respondents use WhatsApp for. The students use WhatsApp to chat with others. It is also common for keeping in touch with others. The positive impacts on interpersonal relationships after using WhatsApp. First, we asked if they think that they have more communication with others. Majority of students agree with it. It shows that the students have better communication and interaction with others after using WhatsApp. For having more friends, most of students think they have more. Do they feel being more concerned? But they, especially the boys, don't think that they are more being cared. Do they think using WhatsApp is easier to express opinions and feelings? Both boys and girls, especially the girls, think that it is easier to express their opinions and feelings. Questions about this relational self. We asked how many WhatsApp groups do they have. For the findings about the relational self, most of the students have 1 to 5 WhatsApp groups. We look deeper to investigate to what extent do they get involved in WhatsApp group. They take neither active nor passive role in WhatsApp group. Let's move on to the findings about the social exchange. There is only slightly higher for students to be more concerned about social issues.
Let's look at the negative effects of using WhatsApp. Both boys and girls have experienced misunderstanding due to using WhatsApp, but it happens occasionally. Most they don't feel conflicts and arguments with others, but sometimes they have. Boys don't feel much emotionally unstable, even their friends don't reply them. Overall, students often feel emotionally unstable because they don't receive the replies from their friends. For the last question on the change of face-to-face interaction, there is not much change of face-to-face interaction after using WhatsApp. Only few said that they meet their friends less. We can draw the following conclusion from the findings. We look at the positive and negative sides according to the areas of our definition. First, this is the communication and interaction. There are more positive impacts than negative ones. For positive sides, due to the convenience and free of charge of using WhatsApp, it promotes the communication with each other. The users are more ready and willing to express their ideas and feelings with others, but there is not much drop in face-to-face interaction and it is not significant. For relational self, the positive impacts are the users have better relational self as they have more friends. Users can set up WhatsApp groups to relate to others in their daily lives, but there are some negative effects since WhatsApp mode of communication is not a face-to-face one. Body language, gestures, facial expression are absent, so misunderstanding do happen, and it sometimes leads to arguments and conflicts with each other. It also makes the users feel emotionally unstable. For social exchange, there is only positive impact that the user gets to know more about the social issues through using WhatsApp, but they simply take a passive role by viewing or sharing the video clips on social issues. We conclude that using WhatsApp is good for interpersonal relationships. That's all of our survey results. But there are limitations in our survey. First, there is a lack of manpower and time. So the survey can only be done in small scale without significant number of responses. It affects the reliability of the survey results. Secondly, there is language problem in conducting the interviews. The interviews are conducted in Chinese, so there may be problem of accuracy in translating Chinese into English. Let's turn to talk about our feelings. I think the project learning is a challenging task because this is the first time I use English to do my project learning. My teacher also taught me a lot of difficult vocabulary, so I learned a lot. Thanks to my teacher, I cope with a lot of difficulties when doing my project learning.
Our group set up a WhatsApp group to communicate with each other. Because of the project learning, I really experienced chatting with others in WhatsApp group. I also learned a lot of new vocabulary. I find it interesting and funny to work with our group.
After completing this project learning, I learned how to voice my opinions in front of my friends. I also developed better friendship with my groupmates. I am glad to have the chance to do my project learning with them.
I improved my spoken skill a lot. I also learned how to walk along with others. I am more confident to speak up. It also let me know the general situation for using WhatsApp. That's the end of our presentation. Thank you.
OK，唔該晒同學仔啦。咁我嘗試做少少嘅解釋啦，因為可能後面有啲同學仔可能聽嘅時候都唔係話每一個部分都掌握到，咁所以我唔會講晒20分鐘咁樣或者。